The royal family rejects Harry because they don't trust Meghan Markle, or him.
We're heading across the pond to kick off this week's Royals Recap, acknowledging that some members of his family will never forgive him for lots of things.
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore.
Prince Harry may still call the UK home in his heart, but it looks like the royal family has closed the palace doors for good. And they're not about to hand him the keys again anytime soon.
Prince Harry is being blackballed by the royal family because none of them trust him or Meghan Markle.
According to insiders, Harry has burned one too many bridges, and the flames show no signs of dying down. He and Meghan, they're not trusted, one close source shared bluntly. It's not just about forgiveness anymore. It's about trust, and no one has any left.
The decision has been a surprise as well as not a surprise.
The source claims this deep distrust is the root of the royal family's ongoing cold shoulder, and it's made reconciliation nearly impossible.
So, for the time being, it's impossible for me to take my family back to the UK safely.
It all blew up again after Harry's headline-grabbing BBC interview in early May 2025, where he said he wasn't sure how much longer his cancer-stricken father, King Charles, has to live. While Harry insisted he wanted to reconcile, the interview did little to build bridges, and, in fact, may have burned more. Royal biographer Hugo Vickers didn't mince words. Charles is right not to trust him, he said, pointing out the similarity between Harry and his late mother, Princess Diana. Every time Charles talks to Harry, it ends up in the headlines, just like it did with Diana. Harry got ignored by Charles when he visited the UK. The situation came to a head once again during Harry's visit to the UK in April 2025 for the Invictus Games' 10th anniversary. According to sources, Harry tried to reach out to Charles to discuss the security situation, but the king reportedly never responded. He messaged him, the source claimed, but he didn't even hear back. He really thought his dad would step in, but he didn't. That silence hit Harry hard, especially as he was still reeling from his latest court defeat. On May 3rd, 2025, Harry officially lost his appeal over the removal of his taxpayer-funded UK security. It was a huge blow, and one that clearly cut deep. But, according to Vickers, Harry's public reaction only made things worse. Harry should have just accepted it and moved on, Vickers said. Instead, he sat down for another TV interview, another round of woe is me, and of course, he brings up his father's health. That was a step too far. In the interview, Harry also admitted that Charles won't speak to me because of this security stuff, and even acknowledged that his memoir Spare had contributed to the breakdown. But rather than earn sympathy, his words stirred up frustration from the palace and beyond. Insider reveals why the royals won't forgive Harry. The royals don't want their private lives broadcast on Netflix or written in books, the insider said. He's done that. Oprah, Netflix, Spare. Every time he opens his mouth, it's another dagger. And yet, he wonders why they won't pick up the phone. To make matters worse, Harry's comments about Charles's health landed at a particularly tone-deaf moment. Just days earlier, the king had been photographed hosting cancer survivors at the palace, a public moment of strength and optimism that Harry's remarks seemed to undercut. He put a positive spin on things, Vickers noted. Then Harry comes in and talks about his dad like he's not long for this world. It was disgraceful. It all paints a picture of a family more fractured than ever. According to sources, the security drama may even give Harry an excuse not to return for future royal funerals, avoiding the inevitable awkwardness altogether. He's setting it up now, one royal watcher claimed. If something happens to Charles or another senior royal, he'll say he can't come because it's not safe. It's the perfect out. Harry still insists he wants peace. I would love to reconcile, he said in his interview. But those closest to the royals aren't buying it. If he really meant that, he'd pick up the phone privately, not sit down with the BBC, the source said. He'd be begging his father for forgiveness, quietly. But that's not Harry's style. As for Meghan, she's part of the trust problem too, insiders say. The royals don't trust her either, the source added. It's not just Harry. They're a package deal now, and that package comes with headlines. Buckingham Palace has stayed tight-lipped on the matter, refusing to comment publicly. But behind the scenes, the message is clear. actions have consequences. And in Harry's case, those consequences are years in the making. Maybe someday they'll forgive, the source said. But trust? That's gone. And without trust, there's no going back.